Hello and welcome back to MTG. I just discovered a really nasty combo, and this combo kind of belongs to a deck that I really like. I've named this deck a Better Vampire, so this is the standard version, because I also have a Brawl version, but the Brawl version sucks because Brawl sucks because everyone has better and crazier combos than I. Anyway, so the idea of Better Vampires is essentially it's a bet-oriented deck. It's like a life gain deck. And I want to improve it a little bit now. So first things first, this is technically a bad card, so I'm just going to put it in for now because it's supposed to be bet oriented. So I want to put Authority of the Console in because it is life gain and life gain skills with this deck. I will only put 2 in for now, and as you can see, like, the cards are much overboard. But to me it doesn't matter. So first thing is I'm removing this one. I'm also removing Fear of Lost Teeth. I really like Fear of Lost Teeth, honestly. This card gave me, like, it's not that it won me games, but I've just got so much value out of it. I just want to show this card. So here, Fear of Lost Teeth. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target and you gain 1 life. I think I've talked about how the fact that this card counts as an enchantment gave me also, like, not really a win, but it's just so much value. It's really tough one. It is one of my favorite cards because opponents don't understand this card, right? Like, they really don't understand this card. If they have a creature which has 2 life, they will attack. I will block with this. The creature loses 1 damage, receives 1 damage, and then I use its effect to targeted creature and destroy that creature. They destroy this creature sometimes, which allow me to destroy a creature that has 1 HP, which is, like, important to them. So I really like this creature. I think I will keep this one for now. Let's keep it at 4. Vampire Wights, I'm only putting this in once because having 2 of them on the field doesn't do anything. It's not a bad card. It's not a good card. It's, like, okay. I might remove this because if it doesn't fit the style of the game. And then worthy cost, same as Vampire Wights. Fuck you, outside world. The original theme, so, like, okay, let me go out a little bit, right? So those are my decks. So the original deck is this one, right? Repartee plus Better Vampires. And the original, this is, like, currently the main deck, more or less. And the original idea of this was to also have tokens in it. And that is essentially why Worthy Cost and Vampire Wights are, like, in it. But they might not fit the theme anymore. So I will keep Vampire Wights, but I will remove Worthy Cost for now. Worthy Cost is just, I can... if I cast a spell, I also have to sacrifice a creature, and then I can exile the target creature or planeswalker, which is sometimes really good. Especially that you can exile planeswalker. You know what? I will keep it in for now because it can target planeswalker. So then we have Exercise. Exercise is probably one of my favorite cards. It's like one of the few removal cards that White has. It is very cheap. It can target an artifact and enchantment and a creature. The only downside to this card is that the creature has to be power 4 or greater to be targetable. But Exercise is a really good card. I want to put 2 in it, but I don't have 2, so I'm just going to craft 1 more. Oops. Nope, that's not what I want. And the opposite to Exercise is Fell, which is why I'm only putting 2 Fell in it. But Fell is also a really good card. It destroys the target creature for 2. That is a very good weight. But the downside to it is that it's not an instant. It's only a sorcery. Right, Last Grab, for example, same mana cost, and it's an instant, but it allows but it only reduces the HP by 3. I do have stab in it. Like stab, really good card, like really good weight. I might, so in the repartee deck, this is even more powerful because it counts towards the repartee combo. I think I'm going to remove 2 steps and I'm going to remove Last Grasp from the deck. Leech Collector. Leech Collector is a really bad card. The only reason why it is in the deck is because this was originally the repartee and vampire deck, right? And it, like, if you, so its effect is, if you get life, it becomes prepared, and then a prepared essentially means I get a card on my hand that allows me to play the bloodletting effect, right? I essentially get like a pseudo card named bloodletting. Each opponent loses 2 life. It is not that good, but it had some synergy with the vampire and repartee deck, but I'm going to remove this card because it's not a good card. Moments of Craving, right? So Moments of Craving is technically the same as Stab, except that it does the same as Stab, except that it costs 1 more mana, but I also gain 2 life. I'm going to keep it in for now because of the life gain. It is technically worse than Stab, but the extra effect that it gives me is like good for the theming of the deck, right? Then we have Reassembled Skeleton. Since this deck originally was like a sacrifice-based deck, that's why Reassembled Skeleton is in there, but I'm going to remove them now. So Scorpion Sting, I'm also going to remove that. Also, it bothers me that they now have Marvel art. Like before, I think the other art is cooler. I can change the art, but I'm going to remove this card anyway, but I want to change the other art. Show the other art. Scorpion Sting. I think this art is just much cooler than this one. Like, it is probably just a me thing, but I think seeing like all these crossovers makes me feel weird. Right? Like even Avatar cards, I've played some Avatar cards, like even Final Fantasy cards, I like the Final Fantasy cards, they're really cool, but seeing them in this game kinda weirds me out, so I want to avoid them if possible. Alright, so let's remove Scorpion. So Vampire Command, like originally part of the sacrifice deck, I am tempted into removing this. I probably will remove this card. It is a vampire, which means it's supposed to fit into this deck, but its effect just doesn't, so I'm just going to remove Vampire Command. So then we have Vengeful Blood. Oh yeah, I've also skipped Sanguine Symphona. It is essentially one of the core cards in this deck. Similar to Vengeful Blood, which right, this card does it. When this creature attacks, I gain 1 life and my opponent loses 1 life, which is like one of the core ideas of this deck. And then Vengeful Blood, which does the same, but except whenever a creature dies. This is not that good in this deck anymore, since it's not a sacrifice deck anymore, but I think I will still keep it, but I might put it at 2. The Symphona, I'm not sure if I want to put the Symphona at 2. Like, the Symphona in general is better than the Blood Witch, especially because it has 3 HP. Winter's Innovation deals 2 damage to target creature, you gain 2 life. Similar to Moment of Craving. These cards are not bad. A lot of creatures only have 2 or less HPs, or it's called toughness in this game, but I'm calling it HP. So it is not a bad removal card, but I might remove it. If, like, depending on whether it does well or not. Silverquill Charm, I can apply Style of Silverquill Charm because I've bought this. So it's a pretty good card in the overall deck, like in the better Vampires and Repartee deck, because I can use it to make my opponent lose life and gain life, right? Each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. But the other 2 effects would allow me to target a creature, which triggers Repartee. So overall, it's a pretty good card, and I think I will keep it. It can exile a creature with power 2 or less, which is not that bad. Also, it's an instance. The +2 counter on target creature is probably not relevant in this deck, or at least not that relevant. So we have Cat Collector. I have 2 Cat Collectors. I think I will put 2 Cat Collectors in. So essentially, when this creature I know, so the first effect doesn't matter, food tokens is irrelevant, but whenever I gain life for the first time during my turns, I will create a white cat token. Okay, to be fair, I think I will remove this card, because that was part of the sacrifice deck and I don't want to play this anymore. So then we have Enduring Innocence, which is essentially also was part of the what was it again? I've already forgot the word. The sacrifice and token creature deck. I will remove Enduring Innocence. Do I remove it completely? I think I will remove it completely. Well, it depends on if I have other card draw. But for now, I think I will remove it completely. So Inspired Overseer. It's like Inspired Overseer, in my opinion, one of the better angel cards that you start with. Probably the best angel card that you start with. It has a bad stat line, but it allows you to draw a card and you gain life. So essentially it cycles the stuff while also being a creature. But I think I'm going to remove it. Sanguine Evangelist. So the first actual bad card. So when this creature enters or when it dies, I will create a 1/1 black bad creature with flying. So essentially this card is part of the sacrifice deck. Since I have Vampiric Rites and Worthy Cost, I will keep this card in. So then we have Erin Deathbloom. So whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So essentially the same as the Vengeful Blood Witch, except a little bit stronger, but also more limited. I actually crafted this card to put it into this deck, but it's not a good card for this deck, honestly. If I would only play token, then yes, but I'm going to remove it. It's not a good card. Cost of Brilliance. So this is just a drawing card. I think I will remove this card. It has more synergy in the reparty deck because it also allows me to target a creature. Like one interesting part about this card is I can target an opponent and then they lose 2 life. And there were games where I've won with this, but I don't think it's that relevant. Drawing 2 cards might not be bad, but I think it's just not good enough to be in this deck. So I'm going to remove them. So Marauding Blightpriest, that is like a key card in this deck. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So combining it with the Sanguine Symphona, I will get 1 life, my opponent loses 2 life, right? So this is a key card in this deck, and there is a nasty combo that I will show later, which is why I'm going to create this deck now. Rules and Harbingers, whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, bats you control get 1/1. It's not really that good of an ability, so I'm just removing it. For MTG Arena, whenever I lose 1 life, no, never mind. At the beginning of my upkeep, I draw a card and lose 1 life. This card is really good in a bad deck, which is, like, it is in general good because it allows me to draw a card, but it has synergy with the bats, which is very good. Stormcloak Blood Thief, at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target vampire creature. It is not relevant for this deck, I've only put it in because it's a vampire, so let's remove it. Vampire Nighthawk doesn't have an effect, but it has Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. This is, in my opinion, a really good card. It has really good stats. It usually blocks my opponent, but if I don't need it to block my opponent, I can use it to gain life. And it has flyings, and flying is really good, so I will keep it at 4. Moonrise Cleric, whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. This is a questionable effect. It is, so technically this card is worse than the Nighthawk, but I will keep it in the deck because it's a bad and I do have some bad synergy. Mortify, so destroy target creature or enchantment. It is... I don't like it, I'm going to remove it. Same with Ruthless Warbringer. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent, which is not a bad effect, but this is not my sacrifice deck anymore. Snorlin, Cosmocrawler, which is more or less the key card of the bad deck. So when a bad you control attacks, you gain 1 life, right? So bad synergy. Whenever Snorlin enters or attacks, you may pay 1 black and 1 blue. But what black? Why am I confusing colors? I'm not colorblind, I'm just stupid. 1 white and 1 black and 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard out of the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It's not necessarily a good card, but depending on what is in my graveyard, this can win me the game, and obviously it's the key card of the deck, so I'm keeping it. So Day of Judgment and No Witnesses. I'm going to remove No Witness, but I'm keeping Day of Judgment because sometimes board vibes win me the game. Prayer of Binding. When this enchantment enters, exile up to one permanent, and opponent controls until the enchantment leaves the battle. So this is like removal. It has flash and it gives me life, so it does fit into the game, but I'm not really a fan of this card. There are better cards. Especially because this card exists for 3 mana, but without the gain to life effect, so that's like a very important reason for me not wanting to use this card. Star Shatter, another cleric, another bat. It's a bat cleric. I really like this card. I think it looks really cool. I like bats in this game. This is a sentence that I would never imagine to say, but this game made me like bats. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put it into your hand. So what this essentially means is, at the end of your turn, you have a chance to draw an extra card if you gained life, or gained or lost life. And since all my cards are centered around gaining and lose life, this is like an instant include. Okay, Vex Wayne Witness. This card sucks. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, this creature gets +1 until the end of turn. It is not a bad effect, but it's just like a bad rate card. Like Vigilance is also good, good defensive and offensive cards, but the fact that it costs 3 mana just makes it so bad. So, sorry, 4 mana. I was looking at the 3 in the neutral mana, that's why I said 3. I'm going to remove this card. White Our Side. When this artifact enters, exile target non-permanent and open controls until the end. This is one of the first cards that I've ever got, and I think it sucks. It sounds good, but in reality it doesn't do anything. I will keep it for now because I need to test more whether it does something or not. So Emissary of Woe. This is probably one of the strongest cards. This is a mythic that I've got very early. So what is it's a part, so this creature belongs into the sacrifice deck, but the thing is it enters prepared, so it is not a bad card, and its prepare effect is Demonic Tutor, which just allows me to get any card from my deck into my hand. And I can use this effect again if 2 or more creatures die in 1 turn, which is not that rare. You can play this card outside of a sacrifice deck because it also includes opponent creature, so I'm going to keep it into this deck. Grasping Shadows. I don't know about this card. This card feels so weird. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains Death Touch and Lifelink until the end of turn, right? So lifelink, something that I want, and then put a dread counter on this enchantment. Then if there are 3 or more dread counters on a transform it, and the transformant is not bad, it makes me draw a card in exchange for 1 life. So it is technically a good card, but like on paper it's a good card, but in reality it doesn't do anything. I will keep it for now to see if somehow it's better. It somehow becomes better or not. Alright, Ilanda, Saint of Dusk. Lifelink hexproof from instance. Now this is always something that confuses me, and I think it also confuses player, but it has hexproof only from instances. So whenever you think it's like, if it comes into play, you think it's safe because it has hexproof, but it's actually not that safe. There were so many moments where I was able to destroy this card if my opponent played, and my opponent was just completely shocked and didn't know what to do. Yeah, so the special about this card is, so the way it's worded is relevant outside of standard, but in standard it essentially means if I have more than 20 life, this card gets +1/1 and has Menace. Menace is very good. Menace allows this creature to attack, and it can only be blocked by 2 creatures. So if my opponent only has 1 creature which can block, then I can hit him directly. And if I have 30 life or more, then this creature gets another +5/5, and it's just a 10/10, and this is almost unkillable. So it is technically a good card, but it is more like a win more card, right? Like, this game doesn't turn the game. If you're already winning this game, then this game lets you win more. Fiendish Panda. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, return another target non-beer creature with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty useful card. Even if it just dies, it has 3 power. Most of my creatures have less than 3 power, so I can technically get any card from my deck back to from my grave back to the field, like especially Solar and Cosmos Scala. And so now the only issue here is this card costs 4, and this only allows me to get a card with mana value 3 back. Otherwise I could use like an infinite combo, but that's not possible. So High Society Hunter. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a +1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature dies, draw a card. This is not a good card. It's like a card, if you get to play it, but it costs 5 mana, so it's difficult to play it. If you get to play it, it will allow you to draw some cards most of the time. I will keep it in because of some changes I want to do to this deck. And then my last card is the Starcia Mentor, which is also one of my favorite cards. Flying Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent of their choice or discards a card. Usually my opponent chooses to lose 3 life, and with this card I really love to slowly make my opponents bleed out. Alright, so there are lots of lands. Form of immunity. I'm removing you because you suck. Neglected menu. I'm removing you. I'm removing this one. Restless Fortress. Restless Fortress is good for this deck because it allows me, like, if I pay 4 mana without this card, so I need 5 lands to use this effect. This land becomes a 1/4 white and black nightmare creature until end of turn. It's still a land. Whenever this land attacks, the defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, right? So it's a pretty useful effect. So I want to keep it. Alright, so I'm going to remove you. So we essentially have Bleachbone Verge, which is like pretty good in general. It's essentially a swamp that also becomes a theoretically, right? It's not a swamp that becomes a plane, but it has like the effect of a swamp, and it gains the effect of a plane if I have a swamp or a plane. Food Headquarters. When it's eternal, I gain life, right? So Fallen Flans, my opponent gets 1 damage, and then Scored Barons, which also gains me 1 life, right? So that's why these lands are on the deck. This deck is very old, so I don't have the newest lands in it. So I want to put this land in because it's a pretty good land, and I think that's the only one that I want to put in. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to leave. Okay, so now let's talk about the cards that I want to take in. I haven't really talking about these cards. I've started with Vampire Rights, right? Eaten Alive, I will remove Eaten Alive. Requisition Rate is just generally a good card. Okay, so I have 170 cards, which is still too much. But I'm thirsty. Today is a really warm day. So now let's check what cards do I want to add to this deck. Healer's Hawk, I think I will remove Healer's Hawk. Hinterland Sanctifier. Do I want to put him into the deck? No, I don't want to put him into the deck because he has a bad version and I want to put the bad version in. Moment of Triumph would also not be a bad card. Let's put it in. For now, I might remove it later. So, like, whenever you play a live game deck, you would normally put also a Johnny, but I'm not doing this here. Minion Walter, whatever. Case? No, that's not. I don't have Case of the Uneaten Feast. I can't talk. So this card, I don't really like this card. Like, tapped tapped creature is like, it's like so weird. I mean, I will think I will put it in once, but it usually doesn't get play. I don't see the card that I want. Yeah, Life Create Duo. I can only craft 2 more. I don't have enough wild cards. I can do another card draw. I think, wait, you know what? Let's do this one first. I want to get more Final Fantasy cards because I want to create a deck centered around Yuna. With summons and enchantments. I think it's a really cool deck. I've played against it once, and I couldn't get it out of my head since then. Ugh. Oh my god, it's so laggy. X. I want to buy 10 mythic packs from Final Fantasy. I'm not sure if I have enough money for that. I think I only need 13,000. Oh my god, the shop is lagging so much. It's lagging so much, I almost think that they don't want me to buy cards. Final Fantasy... Yeah, 13,000, let's buy 10 mythic packs. Okay, claim, go to packs. Oh, I also have a golden pack. Let's open the golden pack first. Reveal all. Oh, wow. Okay. I've got a mystic out of the golden pack. Shattered Sanction. This is not a bad one. I got Enduring Tenacity, finally! Oh my god! This one also belongs into this deck. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So it's a crazy effect. It's a really crazy effect. It's an incredible good card. And the thing is, it's also well stated, right? It's like a 4 mana 4/3, which is also pretty good. But anyway. So, what is this? A Snake Ranger. And then we have this one. I have no idea what this is. Anyway, I've got my second cloud. I want to do a Final Fantasy equipment deck, but I just don't have the critical cards for it. Okay, let's open 10 and see what I get. Oh god. Okay. Oh my god, it's lagging so much. Alright, let's start all the way over here. I also want to make a Chocobo deck. Okay, so we get a town. I don't know. So my knowledge of Final Fantasy is essentially, I've played Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remastered, or at least I've started playing it at some point. I've played Final Fantasy 3, the 3D remake for the Nintendo DS. I've played Final Fantasy 10. Was it Final Fantasy 10? It's a weird Final Fantasy game with weird naming. It's the one where you play a class where the names of the characters are based on cards, right? So you have Ace, which is like the protagonist, and then you have like all the numbers and King, Queen, and Thingy, and I think there's also Joker, and every character has like its own class. But that's the one that I've played. I think it's 10-0 or something like this called. I also have the first Lightning game, but I didn't like it because it's like so limiting. Was it all of Final Fantasy? I have Final Fantasy 15, but I haven't played it yet. I just never found the time to. Oh, that one is a good card, but I don't think I will put it into my deck. When this creature enters with 3 cards and you gain 3 life. It's not bad if I would play a graveyard deck, but I don't want to play a graveyard deck. So anyway, I have no idea what the towns are, like those towns. But I think, so there's a town synergy, that's probably the only reason why you would want to play those lands. Warrior Sword, so this is one of the equipment drop select cards. Magic Damper, target creature you control gets +1/1 and gains. Okay, it's just one of these cards. And these cards exist so many. Magic Port. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Exile target card from a graveyard. Blazing Bomb. Yeah, my bombs. Call of the Mountain Chocobo. I wanna play a show here. Lightning. Lightning is like one of the coolest protagonists. Or like one of the coolest characters from the series. Oh yeah, there's another Final Fantasy game I played, but it's like I mean, okay, there are more Final Fantasy games that I've played. First things first, I've played the first, the third, and the fourth title from the Crystal Chronicles saga. And there's also Final Fantasy Worlds, I think it was called, which I played. So yeah, I have played some Final Fantasy games. Like Final Fantasy Worlds is where you meet like all the Final Fantasy characters. So that's why I know some. Oh yeah, I've also played Final Fantasy V, but we do not talk about Final Fantasy V for certain reasons. The Dwarven Castle Guard. When it's featured, create a one-on colorless hero. We have Hill Gigas. Like the thing is, some of those characters are from multiple games. Right? Like I think I remember the name Hill Gigas, but I couldn't tell you from which game it is. I mean, it says that it's from Final Fantasy VI. I have Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remastered. I wanted to play those Pixel Remastered games, but I never found time to it. Lunatic Pandora, Surveil, Sacrifice, Destroy Target on. Is this a good card? I mean, for 2 mana, I can Surveil 1, which is, I don't know if this is good. I think the idea of this card is, you play it on turn 1 because it only costs 1 mana, and then on turn 2, you use the Surveil to get cards into your graveyard. This might be good for the Yuna deck. I think that's like an include in the Yuna deck. Destroy target non-land permanent? I don't know if that's good, especially not for 6 mana. I don't want to talk about this card. It's from Final Fantasy. It's from Final Fantasy 14. Wait, okay, this is from Final Fantasy 6. I didn't remember whether there was an X or not. World map. It's from Final Fantasy 1. Wait, that's actually the map from Final Fantasy 1, right? I'm not sure about it. I think it is. I don't remember the upper part, but I definitely remember the lower part. Because that's like the starting area for, or like that's the starting island. Sacrifice this artifact. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Search your library for a basic card. Okay, so it's like a vamp card. Or a pseudo vamp. Sacrifice this artifact. Search your library for your land card. Reveal it. Oh, for any land card. I don't think this is a good card. Okay, the idea with this card... No. There is... Oh! Okay, the idea of this card is you play a 60 card deck and you use it to do deck thinning, right? That's the idea of this card. Not a fan of it. Okay, when this creature enters, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature artifact. If you do so, very true. No, thank you. Rock Turret... It's from Final Fantasy 14. I did not play Final Fantasy 14. I've met a guy once who judged me for not having played Final Fantasy 14. I told him that I don't like MMORPGs. He said that this is not an excuse. There are people crazy about Final Fantasy 14. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This is part of the artifact deck. I don't know about artifact decks. If you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Okay, it's cycling. Oh yeah, this might be a card that will be playable in the Missive deck, but I don't wanna play Missive. Missive sucks. it sucks metaphorically. When this artifact enters, draw a card. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Oh yeah, so it's essentially just a food card. It's like a stronger version of the generic food token. Sabotender. Sabotender. From which Final Fantasy are you? You're from Final Fantasy 11. I think I've played Final Fantasy 10 and 12, not 11. Or like, I've played Final Fantasy Type... Oh yeah, Type 0. Final Fantasy 10 Type 0, that was its name. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's an interesting card. Gobu Gardener. From Final Fantasy 11. So there's nothing much to say, it's just like an alternative elf. Struck in Summoner Sanctum. I don't know any of those characters, I think. They're from Final Fantasy X. Okay, I did not play Final Fantasy X, I played Final Fantasy X Type 0. Enchant artifact or creature. When this hour enters, type enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its control untap. Okay, it's essentially just sleep magic. Blazing Bomb. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1 counter on this creature. Blow Up. Sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. So this is essentially just a cheaper version. Never mind, that's actually not... Oh, I don't know what to think about this card. There is a card that does something similar, except that it doesn't gain 1/1 counters, it has prowess, and it costs 1 mana to sacrifice itself and deal damage equal to its power, instead of... I don't know. One moment, please. I have to do something. Okay, I'm back. I've refilled my water flask because it's hot. Today is laundry day, and I've just realized that my body pillow is too large for my washing machine. Anyway, Chocobo Kick! I loved this. Is Chocobo Kick is such a funny story. Like just such a funny card. I love Chocobos. Chocobos are my most favorite fantasy creature, or like my most favorite fantasy creature from video games. I love Chocobos. They're so cute. Or something like that. Return a land you control to its owner hand. Right, so that's its kicker ability. So that means if I want to use its kicker ability, I have to return a land I control to my owner's to my hand, which is usually bad, but in the context of Chocobos, it's not that bad. I want to do a Chocobo deck. Target creature you control deal damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If this spell was kicked, this creature you control deals twice that much damage. That's actually a really good card. It's better than Bushwhack, because Bushwhack forces you to attack and forces those creatures to fight, which can be bad for you. But this is actually a good card. I would play this one. Even outside of a Chocobo deck, I would play this one. It's from Final Fantasy IV. I really have to do I have like this, the 6, 1 to 6, the Pixel remastered. I definitely have to play those games at some point. Hygiene from this. Okay, this art is from Final Fantasy XIV, but this creature has been there since Final Fantasy 1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature and it can't be blocked this turn. That's actually really good. But the question is, how often do you cast 4 mana spells? But whoa, it's the green one. Okay, so this one is annoying. I remember this. Someone recently played this against me, and since I usually play like a flying deck, this hit me hard. That's actually a really good card. Like Equip 6 is horrible. So like if the token just comes attached to dice, you're not likely to play it again. Ice Magic. I don't like Ice Magic. This one feels so weird. It's essentially just return target creature to its owner hand for 2 mana. Is not good. Right, so like the first effect is not good. Just straight up. Target creature owners put it on their choice of top or bottom of the library. For 2 more mana, I'm not sure how relevant that is. And shuffling, I don't think that the shuffling is good. I don't know if this is a good card. Like, I would say that this is a bad card, but who knows? I don't. Dragoon Wyvern. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. I wouldn't call this a good card. I don't know. For a token deck? I'm not sure. Like, this card is technically a 3 mana 3/2, which is not good. Which is a really bad rate. And the fact that it has flying, if it were a 3/2 with flying, that would be good. But it's only a 2/1 with flying and then a 1/1 without flying. So I'm not sure about this. I don't think this is a good card. Walk Turret we already had. Cornered by Black Mages. Oh my god. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Create a 1/1 Black Turret. This is actually a really good card. Like, this card has broken me so many times. Especially those Black Mages, those wizards. They are really good. So the effect is essentially whenever I cast a spell, it will deal 1 damage to my opponent, which is something that I would already play in a deck, but it's my blue and red deck. I could change this deck to be a red and black deck with the same effect, but I don't think if it's that good. Another Bard's Bow, Grand Pulse Orku, Death Touch. When it's done from each permanent card. This is not a good card. Like, I mean, 8 mana. I mean, if you played in a green deck, yes, but you would also have to play a mill deck, like a self-mill deck, a graveyard deck. I don't know about that. Giza Green, create a 2/2 green bot creature token with whenever land you control enters the screen, gets 1/1 until the end of turn. And it has flashback. Yeah, I think that's a fine card. I'm not sure if you play the flashback. Like, usually the reason why I play, why I want to play flashback is because that way I can counter card denial decks. But 6/1 is not, or like 7 mana for flashback is, I'm probably not going to play that. Kicking Merchant from Final Fantasy 11. Draw a card and discard card, so it's another cycling card. Sacrifice this creature, draw 3 cards. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each town you control. This might actually be a good card. Like, the thing is, whether it's a good card or not depends on the combo that you're playing. Draw a card and then discard a card is not a bad effect. There's a card which I'm currently playing in my mono blue deck, which is called Strix Lookout, which essentially has the same effect, but it costs 2 mana instead of just 1 to draw and discard a card. And this is actually a good combo with another card, which is essentially a creature that whenever you draw your second card in a turn, you summon a 1/1 token with flying, which is usually a good combo, right? Because with that you're essentially creating more tokens. Like, you essentially have an infinite engine, and with this card, this engine only costs 1 mana. Normally it would cost 2 mana. So this is actually not that bad, but it's also not good, right? Like, it's okay, you could say. And I mean, this is like and then the second effect, which is the town synergy. If you have 7 towns, then this effect would cost nothing. I'm not sure though if you want to sacrifice it just to draw 3 cards. Like, if you want to finish the game, then yes. Otherwise, I would probably not sacrifice and only play. The outside world is so loud. I would probably play it only for the first effect. I mean, to be fair, 3 mana is a lot. Strix Lookout only costs 2 mana. So that's like a downside. Bard's Bow, we already had that, right? Yes. Laughing Mat, as an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. So either someone is mowing their plains biome, or there's a chopper flying around. Holy shit. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Alright, so like, draw 2 cards, discard a card, but you have to discard the card first, which can be bad. And it has flashback, which is usually good. Sage Snowlift. So another equipment card that with job select. Creature gets +1 and has, whenever this creature attacks on target attacking creature. So it's essentially Vigilance Plus, right? It's like Vigilance, but it's a little bit better because you can choose which creature untaps. Also, holy shit, like, the art itself, the art on its own is probably reason for why I have to play Final Fantasy 14. And I'm not just saying this because it has like cat/fox/wolf ears, okay? It's not because it's a Nikomimi. Like, the art itself is really good. But also because it's a Nikomimi. Vincent's Limit Break. So Vincent is from Final Fantasy VII. Really? I have never heard of Vincent. I mean, obviously I've never played Final Fantasy VII. But I've never heard of Vincent. So I don't even know if it's a protagonist or if it's an antagonist. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its own control and has chosen base power and toughness. Okay. Is this a good card? I don't think so. Hell, I don't know. I don't think this is a good card. For one moment, I thought you could use this to target an opponent creature, then it destroy that creature, and then essentially get this one. But no, you have to choose the creature you control. Okay, to be fair, this is not a bad effect. It's generally not a bad effect. If you know that a creature is being destroyed, you can play this as an instant and then get a stronger creature. But I don't think it's that good. This card. I'm not going to try to pronounce its name. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target creature that was their damage is on exile up to 2 target creatures from a single graveyard. I don't know. It's not the type of deck that I would play. So whatever. I have to be a little bit fast. I'm already at an hour and I didn't even do what I wanted to do. Fate of Sunquist. The spell costs 2 less to cast if attacked target. Okay, never. This is a remake from another card. We already had this one. Wish wondering. Search your library for basic land card or town card. Put it into the battlefield tab, then shuffle. When you search your library this way, put a one on. Okay, so it's essentially ramp, but with a little bit extra. This one we had this. Search of Light. From Final Fantasy 1, Slash of Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, plus the number of equipments you control to target creature. This can be very deadly. We can probably easily deal 6 damage with this to a target creature. Okay, Newfound Adventure. It's a what do you call it? A secret layer of Farseek. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. So essentially everything except a green land, a forest. I'm sorry, my brain farted at that moment. Put it top. That's interesting. So it's a green card that allows you to ramp anything except for green. That is an interesting concept. I think this is a good card. The art is fine. Where's the art from? From Final Fantasy XIV, of course it is. Okay, Queen Bonnie. Okay, whenever Queen Bonnie attacks, create a 1/1 black. Okay, this is interesting. Lock Coal from Final Fantasy VI. Whenever Lock Coal deals common damage to a player, draw a card and discard a card. Battle menu. Choose one. Attack. Create a ability. Target creature until +4/4. Destroy target creature with power 4 greater. You gain 4 life. Okay, I don't know. Oh! Is that Yuna or I'm confusing it with someone else? No, that's not Yuna. Oh, I know her. Oh, what was her name? It's not Yuna. I'm not sure if she's in the same game with Yuna. That's why I confused her with Yuna. Terra! Oh, that's Terra. I remember Terra. I don't know what game she's from. Does it tell me which game? Final Fantasy 6. Is she from Final Fantasy 6? I don't know. Terra. I like Terra. Zidane, Tantalus Thief. When Zidane enters, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it. It gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Oh, I'm not sure about this card. It's such a weird card. Thief's Knife. Job select to create a thief. Oh my god, that thief looks so cute. From Final Fantasy 1, okay, but the art is not from Final Fantasy 1. The art is from Final Fantasy whatever. Magitech armor. When this vehicle enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. Dariolus Amicitia. I have no idea who this is. He's from Final Fantasy 15. When he enters, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Landfall. Whenever land you control enters, another target creature you control gets to turn, gains sample until the end of turn. That's not a good card, is it? A 6 mana card is not a good card. Like, this card, you would play it and it would win you the game, probably. And if it doesn't win you the game when you play it, then it's not a good card because it costs 6 mana. Restoration Magic! I needed this card. This card is incredible. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Target permanent gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn and you gain 3 life. Permanent you control gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of life. For 4 mana. For 4 fucking mana. This is incredible. This definitely comes... This comes into every of my white decks. This is such a good card. X-Death, Void Warlock. When X-Death enters, you gain 3 life at the beginning of your end step. If there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform X-Death. So he is like part of the self-mill deck. Neo X-Death power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is a good card. I mean, it is pretty cheap. But a infinite with like if infinite power or scaling power with 3 life is not good. But it has trample, so it definitely wins you. It probably wins you the game if your opponent cannot remove this. Side quest, catch a fish at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment. So then it becomes a land with... This is actually a good card. Sacrifice an artifact, put a... Like, even if you don't play artifacts, it is a good card because it's ramp outside of green. Media! Summoner of Mist. Whenever landfall, whenever a land you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Summon X. Return target card with... Time you graveyard to the battlefield with financial card on it. Oh, that's the card for the Yuna deck. I think I might have confused Yuna with this card. Oh, and I've got Fenrir. Yay. Fenrir is weird. Search your library for a basic land card, put the top on the battlefield and shuffle. When you next cast a creature, this creature enters with 1 moment. Then draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power for the greatest power. And then the skill gets removed. Okay, Sandworm. When this creature enters, destroy the target land. It can horror my search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Prompto Argentum. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent, create a treasure token. Okay, and then let's reveal this one. Gogo, Master of Mimicry. I think I remember this guy. No, maybe the name Gogo seems familiar. Double X. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. Oh, this can be crazy. Excuse me, what? I'm reading this ability and I'm trying to understand it, but it blows my mind. So essentially, if I have 2 mana, that's like I cast a spell. What spell could I cast with this? I mean, technically everyone. Target activated or triggered ability. Activated. Activated means if I play a card, yes? That means sorcery instance, yes? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, this is for creature effects. Well, it technically works with Lock Hole because that's a triggered effect. I didn't read this card, but I don't think it's a good card. Chocobo Waste Track. How did I not read this one? Whenever land you control enters, create two green bird creatures with whenever... Okay, that's actually an interesting card. Still like a good example. I think this is an activated card, but that wouldn't make sense. An activated effect. That wouldn't make sense for this one. Okay, I don't know a good example for this card, but this sounds crazy. What is this? Traveling Chocobo. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may plant lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library tree. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes the trigger ability of permanent you control to trigger that ability triggers an additional time. This is a crazy card. 8-tier and Priven. Equipped creature has base power and toughness. Oh yeah, that's a crazy card. I've already got this card. This is crazy. It's expensive, but it's such a crazy card. Seymour Guado. The face seems familiar. He's a remake. He's a secret layer of Keenan, Wonder of Prodigy. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, so essentially an elf, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. A non-human creature. Okay. Sure. That's probably a good card. Oh! Wait, what? Great! I've got a banned card twice. Thank you. I do not need to read this card because this card is a meme. It's a literal meme. Okay, Knights of the Round. 8 mana, which is very expensive. The first 3 turns, and when I play it, created 3 2/2 white creature token, which is really good, but then again it costs 8 mana, so it has to be good. And then ultimate end. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Put an indestructible counter on each of them. I mean, this card will win the game, but you probably lose the game before you're able to play this card. Summon Bahamut. I remember this card because the Yuna deck played it against me. Destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Draw 2 cards. Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana of other permanents controlled to each opponent. Yeah, so this card just wins you the game if you're able to play it. And with the Yuna deck, you can play it from the graveyard. Essentially, you mill yourself, get this card in your grave, and then play it and just win the game. And they had this multiple times. It's not even a legendary enchantment. No, it's just a regular enchantment, so you can have it multiple times. The Cloudseer Djinn, which is a secret layer from Nyxbloom Ancient. Enchantment creature, elemental trample. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. Yeah, if you tap a land, it produces 3 mana. Nibelheim Flame. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. That's a crazy good card. This card! This card is my nemesis! This card has destroyed me so many times! Vigilance. Whenever Emmet Search enters or attacks, draw a card and discard a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform Emmet Search. Vigilance. Echo of the Lost. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. This card is my bane of existence. This is such a good card. I mean, it's a mythical, but dude, this is such a good card. If you get this card, like this card will, if your opponent plays this card and you are not finishing him quickly enough, this card will lose you the game. Absolute Virtue. This spell can't be countered. Flying. You have protection from each of your excuse me? Protection. A player or permanent with protection from each opponent can't be blocked, dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything controlled by your opponents. So essentially, when this card is on the field, I cannot lose the game. Okay, but unfortunately, I did not got a card that I wanted. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, I also didn't know what card I wanted, but... Okay, one card that I wanted was, yeah, you could say Fenrir. Fenrir is not a bad card. Rydia is a card that I wanted, obviously, and every Chocobo card. Where is he? Yeah, Bahamut is one that I wanted. Okay. Alright, so now that I got that, let's go back to decks and create a deck that has nothing to do with the Final Fantasy deck. Better vampires. I think I think I have a spelling error in Better Vampires. Right, it's standard is written with D, right? I don't know. Like I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But I cannot spell things. I cannot read. There's a sickness that has a name. I just don't remember the name. Okay, let's take a look at cards. So I definitely want Cure. Cure. I want to add Cure to the deck. That's not how you spell Cure. Restoration Magic. So I would definitely want this card. Then scroll through it. Oh yeah, I've crafted Life Creed Duo. Can I craft them? Yes, I can craft them another time. Alright, so let's just put 4 versions of Life Creed Duo into the deck. Sunblessed Healer. I'm not sure about Sunblessed Healer. When he sounds like such a good card, but whenever I play him, he just doesn't do anything. I think I will put him in once. Ash Prince of Damaska. He also looks very cool. Angel of Vitality, nope. Doesn't do anything. Cat Collector, now I removed Cat Collector. Don't want to put Desingn Angel in. Enduring Innocence, I removed that. Oh, there isn't really a card that I care about. Catch a Fish, I think I will put in Sterling Hope Singer. I think I will put him in once. He has a really good effect, but I'm not sure whether I'm good at triggering effect. I want to put one of Angelic Destiny, because this card wins me so many games if I can play it. With Rescue Mission, choose one. Take the elevator, create 3 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. Or take 59 flights of stairs, tap up to 3 target creature, put a stun counter on them. That's such an interesting effect. Like, that's like something where you have to applaud the creators of, like the card designers of Magic. It's a really creative way to put like this mission in. Angel of Finality, nope. Day of Judgment. Oh no. I don't think there's any other card that I want to put in. Dude, it bothers me so much that those cards now exist. Son of the Silken Throne. Okay, I just was curious which card this one replaced. Elspeth Stormslayer. I don't think I want Elspeth into this deck. Fumigate. I don't think I want Fumigate in this deck because it just costs 1. Like, what bothers me about this one, it costs 1 more than Judgment. Does this count as a spell bet? I think so. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it's... it's not a good effect though. Destroying a creature for 5 mana is not good. And the thing is, destroying a creature as an instant though... Oh, I don't know. I will put 1 in. I only have 1. I think that's it. So let's check black cards. There are definitely a lot of black cards that I want to add. Thornberry. Thornberry is such a funny card. There's nothing. So Feed the Swarm. I like Feed the Swarm. I think I will put Feed the Swarm in once. To Fell, which is fine. Nothing here. Oh, Starshaped Cleric. Yeah, this deck is so old that some of the bad cards are not in there. Power of Dark Tidings. Oh yeah, I am sad that I did not get Aerith or whatever her name is, because she's such an incredible good card. Especially for a life gain deck. Well, like, she would technically fit in this deck because she's so good. There's nothing here. Nothing really I care about. Tribute to Hunger. I think I will put this in once. In my opinion, it's not a good card, but my opponent always gets me with the card. But when I play it, it's such a bad card. Oh, I might want to put one of those cards. Maybe not this one, right? Let me remove that because there is a better version of this card. Enduring Tenacity goes in. Definitely. Gaius von Belzer. So I want to put 2 Zombifies in. Wow, this is the card. This is the card that I was talking about at the beginning of the game. I've crafted those 4 cards because I was so mad when someone played this card against me. Like, this card, I see this actually very often, right? But I recently saw this the first time in combination with Maraudic Blight Priest. Essentially, you have either of those cards on the field and you summon the other one, and then you just attack. And you instantly win. These 2 cards should, like, one of those cards has to be banned. Because the combo is incredible. So what this essentially does is, so what this card does, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain life. Right? That is a really niche, that's a really nice effect, right? It's a cool effect. But if you combine this with the Marauding Blight Priest, essentially, you deal 1 damage to your opponent, then you gain 1 life. Since you gained life, you deal 1 damage to your opponent, which will let you gain life again, and it's just an instant win combo. And this is such a mean combo, I want to play it. Like, I cannot see why this is not banned. Anyway. So let's see if there are other cards that I want to add. This card, it's not a strong card. I'm not sure if I don't know about this card. It's such a weak card. I'm not going to put it in. Massacre Worm is an interesting card. I want to put 1 Massacre Worm in, but I might remove it later. Okay, that's essentially all I wanted to put in. So now I have to check. I have 58 lands. With 140 cards, I need 50 lands, I think. I need 50 lands. I need less than 15 lands. So I actually have to remove lands. If I had 150 cards, I would require 50 lands. But since I only have 136, I need less lands. So let's remove some plains and swamps. Now I have 160 cards and I have 52 lands. It's still too much. I'm not sure if this is too much, right? Okay, let me get the calculator out. So like a good ratio is like 30%, right? 30% of your cards should be lands. So let's see. I have 130. Let's divide it by 33, which would be 39 cards if I calculated this correctly. I probably didn't. Hold on. 130 divided by 100 times 33, which would be 32 cards. Okay, so I should have 32 lands in this deck. I have 30. Okay, so let's add one again. So now I have 120 cards, which means I should have around 40 lands. So 42 lands, that's fine. It's it's actually a little bit more. Alright, so let's do 30 lands. Let's click off done, and now it's testing phase. My better vampires. Okay, play, find match. Better vampires. Right, now the thing is, if I really wanted to make a deck about the marauding priest combo, right, I could make it better. I would probably do a mono black deck, but I don't want to be that mean, right? Like, I don't want to win as easy as possible. I want to have fun playing the game, and making the game as easy as possible wouldn't be fun to me. Okay, this is a lot of lands. I might have too many lands in my deck. I'm not sure about this. I've heard this. So essentially what I've heard is that when you get into a game, the game mulligans 3 times and essentially gives you the hand that has the land to order card ratio, which is as close as possible to your ratio, right? So I've got 4 lands, which means that I have probably a too high ratio. Right, so that's essentially the reason why you want to have 30% lands in your deck, because this usually gives you 3 lands in your starting hand, which is like the optimal amount of lands. My opponent is sleeping. That's such a cool animation. It's overloading! Okay, he might actually time out. Oh god, it's lagging. How? Okay, no, he's there. I thought he was AFK. Hey, authority of the console. Concealed Courtyard. No, I don't want to play anything. Let's just play this one and then play Concealed Courtyard. And then I can summon Moonwise Cleric, because there's no point for me to summon Sunblessed Healer yet. And that's what I mean. That's such a... It sounds like such a good card, but I never get to actually play the effect. Voice of Victory. I need Voice of Victory. That's such an important card for me. I'm always forgetting about crafting it. But that's such a good card. Your opponent can't cast spells during your turn, and it has Mobilize. Mobilize 2. It's a Moonwise Cleric. Another Voice of Victory. That's incredible. Okay, I have a Sanguine Symphona. Alright, let's play Bleachbone Verge. And then I'm going to play Sanguine Symphona. And I don't think I want to attack here. Nope. He will just deal more damage than I. If I don't block him. I do have a Moment of Craving as a trap. So I could definitely destroy one of his Voice of... Oh, he plays this deck. Oh my god! He plays the deck that I've played prior to this. My Dying Minion deck. I love this deck. That's such a good deck. Oh, now I'm pissed that... Wait. Why couldn't I play this card? Huh? Why couldn't I play this card? That's so weird. I don't understand. Okay, there must have been something that I've missed. I have an idea. Let's see if he falls for that. Now it's going to work, right? He's not falling for it. Are you fucking kidding me? Why couldn't I play this card before? Now I'm pissed. There must have been something wrong with my mana. I should have been able to play this. That's so weird. Oh, that's an interesting card. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm easily going to lose this. Why can't I play Moment of Craving? Huh? Oh, I'm stupid because he has Voice of Victory! I want to surrender this game. I've lost next turn, whatever. Okay, let's just attack. Oh my god, I totally forgot that he has Voice of Victory! Like, I was talking about this one! Oh my fucking god! I completely forgot about that. I'm just going to surrender. I should be ashamed of this. Voice of Victory! He had the better deck. I want to... So, the idea of his deck... I'm just going to show it. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is what he was trying to do. Or that he wanted to do, but he was too good. So he couldn't actually do his combo. So this is my Dying Minions. So the idea of this deck is essentially Vengeful Blood Witch in combination with no, not this one. Essentially in combination with Mobilize. That's such a crazy combination. And then in addition, you can also play Impact Tremors or Raphael. It's a really cool deck. It is not as good, but it's a really fun deck. Anyway, I want to try out another deck. Oh no, it's Elspeth versus Elspeth. Okay, that is an okay hand. I guess I can play Fear of Lost Teeth on the first turn. I'm not sure if I want... Ideally, I would play Food Headquarters. Oh god, he plays Missive. I hate this Otter deck. I hate it so much. Okay, what am I going to do? He probably uses Prowess on the next turn. You know what? Let's do nothing this turn. I want to see what he does. Okay. Opt is like one of the worst, yet also one of the best cards that exist. He doesn't have mana! Oh my god, what's wrong with him? I could use Feed the Swarm and destroy Storm Chaser's talent. But it costs 2 mana. I'm going to play Starscape Cleric. If he destroys it, so be it. Okay. Another Storm Chaser's talent. So annoying. Okay, I didn't got the mana, that's bad for me. Do I just play Marauding Blight, please? He probably has removal for this one, but then I have another one. I hope that I draw a land on the next turn. If I draw a land, I could do double destruction and destroy both his Storm Chaser's talents. So Whale 1. I'm not going to block this. I've drawn a land, so do I double destruction? I think I do this. Okay, let's use Feed the Swarm. I could also destroy his otters, but I would rather destroy Storm Chaser's talents. Otterball Antics. Okay. Pyroclasm. Holy shit. Okay, he comboed me there. Now he hit for 6. Okay, let's play 2 Fear of Lost Teeth. And then Sanguine. He might not have any cards anymore to play. He only has 4 cards. Okay, Case of the Ransacked Lab. Now the question is... Oh, is he falling? Okay, he's not falling for the bait. I'm missing 1 mana! This is so sad. Oh, I can technically execute the infinite combo. I just need 1 more mana and hope that he does not destroy my Marauder. I might have to sacrifice my Marauder depending on what he plays now. Okay, he has drawn 2 cards, that means he now has cards to play. I think I have to sacrifice my Marauder on the next turn. Never mind, he just destroys it. Oh, that was stupid of him. And here's another otter. With haste! Oh my god. Oh, Prayer of Binding. You have 4 more instances. I will keep this one because it has flash. So depending on what he plays now... These the secrets. Okay, and he has prowess. That's not nice. Come on, play more cards. I hate fucking Mockingbird. Okay, I think I need to cast this one. I think I can counter him unless he has a counter spell. He probably has a counter spell. Okay, this might be good. Let's attack. Let's see if he blocks. If he blocks, then I can destroy it with Winter Intervention. He doesn't block. Like, almost like he knows what cards I have. Dude, I hate how close this game is. This game should not be that close. I've lost. I've just lost.
Out of my way! Muscle it on a mission.
He's summoning more otters.
Together we can shift the current.
Why? I can't even do anything against this card. Even if I draw another land, summoning this creature doesn't do anything for me. But there's nothing else I can do here. I hope he has nothing to deal with this card. I really hope. Doesn't matter who I attack. Maybe it would have been smarter to just attack him. He probably doesn't want to sacrifice his otter.
You'd hurt a cute critter like me?
Yeah, I would! Because you're fucking annoying! I'm just jealous that I don't have the cards myself. Hell to pay. Yeah, okay, he had something against it. That's so annoying. I can technically surrender. It depends on what I draw next turn. Like, depending on what I draw on my next turn, I might surrender. Because there's nothing I can do here. He just has the better deck. Yeah, let's just surrender. Okay, next game. But you know, that is a little bit bothering me, because he's technically played a deck which is like, I mean, it is a competitive deck and I'm not playing a competitive deck. Like, that's what's bothering me about Standard. I can understand that people have to test their decks in Standard, but like, this deck is not as worse as some of the other decks. So like if you play a deck which is mainly about card destruction, I don't want to play against it. I think I have to mulligan because I have 3 cards that I cannot play. I have to mulligan again. Okay, let's remove Day of Judgment and Phyrexian Arena. Yay, 5 cards. Well, at least I'm second, that means I can draw a card. Crumping at it, no, that's not good, so let's just play Restless Fortress, and then on next turn let's play a plane, and then I can play Sanguine Symphona. I really like the blood mage vampires in Magic the Gathering. I think they're very well designed. I like this card because it can give me indestructible, and all I have to give in return is a fruit, which is usually worth it. Like giving your opponent 3 life to save a creature can be worth it. No! I hate those cards. I hate those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He has what too? Oh, I have an idea. Come on! Fall for it! Ah! You fuck. You fool activated my trap card. Oh wait, did I say it out loud? Oh no, he must have heard me. Oh, stop playing this card. I hate those dragon cards. Oh, that is crazy. Search a library for up to 2. Holy shit, this is such a good card. I want to surrender. This isn't even a mythic. Like, dude, this is such a good card. And he just plays it like it's nothing. He has watch 2, right? Oh, whatever, I'm just going to attack. Oh wow, now you decided to do that. Wow. I have too many lands. What? Fuck you, I'm going to surrender this. I don't want to play against this card. This card is too OP. I don't know. My Magic recently has just been to me, oh, my opponent plays a deck that I don't want to play against it, so I'm just surrendering on turn 1. Like, that's how most of my games feel right now. I am Diamond 1 in ranked right now, and the last 2 days I was mostly playing ranked, and the way those... Holy shit. I think I have too much high cost cards in this deck. But the way my cards played in the last few days was essentially I've won 5 games and then I've lost 5 games. And I won 5 games again. And as I essentially played like, I play like until I have 15 wins. Ash Party Crasher. Okay. Oh fuck, I don't have another mana. That's so bad. I'm not... Okay, I've only started with 5 cards. That's bad. I think I have to remove some of the high cost cards. Chainsaw. This is so mean. This is such a good card. Oh, he plays an equipment deck. I think I've lost this card, lost this game. Chainsaw's too good. Oh my fucking god. Can I surrender this game? I think I've just going to the next game. Why are my opponents playing such good decks? Why can't they play noob decks like I do? Oh, what's that? I don't care. Why can't my opponents play noob decks? Sometimes I feel like the decks that I make are worse than the standard construction decks. Like the decks you start with. I mean, it's probably true, but still. Oh, I like this guy, he's cool. I hate this fucking card! No! Just no! I have seen this card so many times in the last few days. I'm sick of it. If I see this card on turn 1, I'm just going to instantly surrender. I do not want to play against this deck. Holy shit. Why does this card have to exist? It's such an annoying card. Like, literally every third game that I play has this card. Oh, Descendant of the Storms. Doesn't look good for me. I don't have a card to play. I have too many high mana cards in this deck. Okay, here we go. Endorse. Oh, okay, he played a token. That's bad for me. Would have been better if he did not play a token. There's nothing else I can do. I think I'm just going to destroy this. It's essentially wasted, but I don't want him to summon a lot of tokens without having anything to do against it. Oh, graduation day, so he plays a repartee deck, I'm assuming. So let's play Nighthawk, because I don't worry about graduation day yet. If he actually plays the repartee deck, then I think I can manage that because I know how to play against it. Yes, I do not fall for his bait. Like, even if he just can increase its stat by 1 because of graduation day, I do not want to risk it. Okay, so I could use requisition rate to destroy his graduation day. I could also use Feed the Swarm to destroy it. I think I'm going to summon Fiendish Panda. He might have... He cannot play Stab. He cannot play Stab. Actually, he doesn't seem to have dark cards. Ooh. What? Did he thought it would untap it? No, he just wanted to increase its power. Okay, he had another spectacular tactics. Unfortunately, I did not have a creature in my grave. Okay, White Aura Sight. Ooh, I think I'm going to play White Aura Sight on his spirit. Yes. Now he doesn't have a reason to destroy White Aura Sight, right? Like, if I would have played it on graduation day, he would get his graduation day back if he destroyed that. Okay, he plays a weird deck. He doesn't play a repartee deck. He just plays graduation day for its effect. Okay, I can play Bloodthirsty Conqueror, which I'm going to do. Then I'm attacking with the Nighthawk. And then I get 4 life, because I get 2 life and then another 2 life. Haha! Descendant of Storms. I think he just plays he just plays like a generic deck. Are you serious? This is so weird. It happens so often that my opponent just has three of the same cards on his hand. I do have enough mana, so I could play you. I'm going to play Feed the Swarm. Let's play it on a Descendant because I want the Descendant to be gone. I don't care about getting 1 damage because it costs 1 mana, and then I'm getting 3 life back. Oh, fuck! I've just punched my microphone. Okay, he doesn't seem to like. He doesn't seem to play like a specific strategy. He plays just whatever he feels like, which is good because that's how I want to play the game myself. But he has a lot of removal, which is bothering me. Like, he has like so much removal, he almost has more removal than I have cards. If I play her, she probably will just remove me. If I'm lucky and he only has an instant left, then I could play her. Then he can't remove it. Right? Okay, he had another graduation day. Okay, he wanted to draw planes. He could have dealt more damage, but I don't think he probably doesn't care about dealing damage. Okay. Let's summon her. I should have removed the authority of the console, but to be fair, it doesn't matter. I will keep it for now. I don't have a creature with haste anyway. So, let's attack with these 2. And then he also receives 2 additional damage. Alright, end turn. Elspeth Stormslayer! Oh no, this might be a problem. Depends on what effect he uses. Okay, that's harmless. That doesn't matter. He could have destroyed my Elander with the -3 effect. Okay. So let's see what I can do here. I don't think I have a 1 mana card that would win me the game, so I can deal 10 damage. Oh no, I've won. I've won. Ta-da! This deck can win. It can win if it plays against a not competitive deck. A non-competitive deck. Okay, I need 2 more wins to have my 15 wins. When this creature enters, another creature gets -2 until the end of turn. That's not a bad card, but for 7 mana, it's not good. Like, it's not a bad effect, but for 7 mana, ugh. You probably would play it to Zombify because it says when it's entered, not when you cast it. I do not have a creature. This is not great, but I also don't want to mulligan this. There's nothing for me to do on turn 2, so let's play this first and then play this. Next turn I will play this and then... Oh... Play Scream. Oh, I hate mutagen tokens, they're so annoying! this is such an annoying combo. I hate that. Feed the Swarm. Yeah, let's play Feed the Swarm. I really don't want to deal with this. I hate this card. It's so annoying. I could play Requisition Way to get rid of it. But that doesn't fix the damage it already has done. Oh, damn it, and this one tapped, it comes in tapped now. I don't want to use Sheltered by Ghost on Fear of Lost Teeth. Would be so stupid. Hey, here's another Michelangelo. How many fucking Michelangelos are there? Dude, I'm going to Shelter by Ghost him so much. I'm going to have an indestructible Nighthawk. Yeah, I think that's my goal in this game, making Nighthawk indestructible. I could block it, but nah. Nah. My Vampire Hawk was born for greatness, and I'm going to show you this greatness now. Oh, okay, I didn't know that this would work that way. Fuck you! That's what happens when you... He has another one! Dude, if I draw another Sheltered by Ghost... Okay, this time he doesn't play it, so what I'm going to do here is... 1/1 counter and target, so destroy this artifact and target myself. Fuck you! Yeah. Like, the issue is, it's not that good, but it takes so much time, it's just very annoying. Does he win this? Holy fuck, he could. Oh yeah, he can play okay, he won this. I lost this, no! Oh, never mind, I didn't lost it. Why? Couldn't he play 5? Shouldn't he get... Oh, only 10, not 20. Okay, I didn't lose. For some reason, I thought he would have 20 life. Okay, he surrenders. Of course he does. Like, that's always what they're doing. They're playing the most annoying deck possible, and then once they don't have anything to do anymore, they just surrender. It's so annoying. It's like punching someone in the face and then crying because you're afraid of retaliation. That's just what they are doing. One more game, and then two more games. So to be honest, 2 planes is critical, but I don't want to mulligan this hand. It's actually a good hand. As long as I draw 1 mana, 1 land. Everything will be fine, as long as I draw enough lands to win the game. Okay, he mulliganed. I mean, to be fair, he starts second, so he draws a card, so he can actually afford to mulligan. I'm curious about something. I'm curious about what is like the limit. Like, how many times would you mulligan before you decide that you're just going to surrender, that you're just going to concede, right? Like, how many times are you willing to mulligan? For me, it's normally only 1, right? I would only mulligan once, and then I would, if I did not have enough mana, then I would just surrender. Like, if my hand still looks bad, I would just surrender after 1 mulligan. I don't think you can win the game with only 5 cards in the beginning. Nessian Hornbeetle. Inspector Soldier. Okay, he seems to play a normal deck. I don't have mana. I'm just going to play the Marauder's Blight Priest. Okay, I'm going to heal by 1 and he receives 2 damage. Let's attack with Life Creed Duo, because if I attack with the Starcape Cleric, he could block with a Spectral Soldier and destroy my Starcape Cleric, which is something that I do not want to do. Fuck you! I need to click things because he's taking too long. Typical blue player always takes like 10 minutes for their turns. So what I'm going to do here... I think I know what I'm going to do here. Oh, I could... You know what? I think I'm going to play this. This is actually better. Let's do this. Then I'm going to do... this. Yeah, I have to do this, otherwise I can't attack with my Blight Priest. Oh, Primeval Bounty, that's going to help you, definitely. You know, I've created this deck around a certain combo, and now I don't even get to play the combo, and I'm just going to hit my opponent to death with 1-2s and 3-2s and whatever. Okay, this doesn't look good for me. If I draw a land, I might win this game with Stasia Mentor. I mean, I don't even need to. I've won the game with Silver Quill Charm. Yeah, what I'm talking. I've won the game on the next turn unless he gains life. Fuck you! Oh, so this is not the land that I wanted. So the next turn he can summon this. Do I just go for an all-out attack? No, he can block this and then this. I mean, he might not want to sacrifice them, but if he would lose otherwise, he would probably will. So what I'm going to do here... Oh, yeah, I'm just going to do an all-out attack. I forgot that he has Battle Cry. Okay. So 4, 6. Okay. Whatever. I'm too tired for this. Alright, that was the last game, right? Yay! I did my 15 victories! And I get an eternal student. This card, exiled card, create 2, 1 white and black inkling creature tokens. Oh, that's actually not a bad card. I would play this card in... I would probably play this card in my repartee deck, not because of its... Yeah, I mean, the main reason why of its effect, but not because I'm playing a graveyard card or a mill card, rather because I would play it, because that way I can counter my opponent's mill and stuff. Okay, you know what? Let's put it into the repartee deck. Repartee, where's repartee? Exalted repartee. Let's just put this card in, whatever. Okay, end of video.